Hey, how are you guys? I'm always back here just going when that music is going. So don't mind me if you ever, if it ever shows me and I'm dancing, I'm just, hey, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So you guys come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Beverly Walthour. So those of you that are new to me, my name is Beverly Walthour. So as you come on into this live, say hi, hello, hey, all that awesome stuff. If you were catching me on the replay, type in hashtag replay, leave your questions, your comments, all that stuff as well. Once again, if you are new to me, my name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for Christian female coaches who want to create more income and more impact without compromising their Christian values. I'm also a TV and radio show host, so we film and record the TV and radio show here in Atlanta, GA. And so I just wanted to kick off this new week. I want to kick off this Monday. Hey, Candy. I want to kick off this new week, kick off this Monday. Just having a quick chat and a conversation. This was because of a conversation that I was having with one of my clients. And so I kind of wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. And you guys know me, that if you follow me, that you'll see me talk about this every once in a while. And I just feel like now is the time. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Candy. Now is the time just for that reminder for us to really and truly, as Christian female coaches, I want you guys to get back to the basics. And so when I talk about the basics, especially as a coach, is I really and truly want you guys to focus on those things that will generate revenue in your business. There are so many shiny objects in the online space. And so it can be very easy to kind of get off track. It can be very easy to get caught up in some of these things that are going on online. Hey, Tiff. And so I just want to use this as a reminder once again, as we're moving into the second week of February. You know, we're in the second month of the second month of the year, the second month of the first quarter, that type of thing. And so I just kind of want to remind us, and myself included, like I'm talking to myself as well, just to make sure that we're not getting caught up in all the stuff. And so I just want to have this reminder. And so I'm really and truly such a fan of, once again, focusing on creating income and impact in your business. And so, of course, that impact has to do with, part of what it has to do with is your offer. I truly feel like part of your impact is you showing up, because for a lot of your people, they're seeking permission, although they don't need to. But some of them feel like when they see you, it kind of gives them that permission, or it gives them that encouragement to keep going. So that's another part of the impact that you guys can have. So once again, yes, through your offer, but also through you showing up. And so a lot of us are not showing up because we're not focused on the basics in our business. And so that's why I wanted to come on here and kind of hop to it. Exactly, Tiffany. And it's keeping it simple, and everybody's keeping it simple, and everybody's back to the basics looks a little bit different. But still the end goal is for you to create the income and the impact in your coaching business. So for instance, and let me double check and make sure I am looking at the right statistic. I don't want to give y'all the wrong people. Oh yeah, Price Waterhouse Cooper. So Price Waterhouse Cooper, about the average that coaches make in a year in their coaching business is about $51,000 a year. That's on average. So of course, some people make more than that, some people make less than that. But as coaches, we make on our average about $51,000 in a year. And so yeah, yes, Tiffany, we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about all of that. And so you guys kind of looking at, what you can do if you're not at that average, and that's where you desire to be, or if you are around the average and you desire to generate more, what can you do in your business? And so, like I said, getting back to the basics, looking at, of course, what it is that you're offering, but also looking at you as well and ensuring that you're actually showing up. Hey, Tish, how are you? You guys come on in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, you guys, I got my notes here. Like I said, I want to make sure that I stay on track with you guys. And so, a couple of things that I do, I want you guys to think about, take a step back if you have to, that's cool. And so, of course, you want to look at who it is that you serve in your coaching business. So you want to be clear on who it is that you serve in your coaching business. Hey, Paulette, Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you want to be clear on who it is that you serve in your business. And so once again, getting that clarity on who you serve and how you want to serve them. So who you serve and how you want to serve them. That is going to be key because that drives all the other pieces in your business when it comes to you, getting back to the basics, keeping it simple type of thing. And so when you look at who you serve and how you serve them, and that piece there, I was actually chatting with someone the other day, probably a week or so ago, in my messenger. And so she was trying to figure out, where she wanted to go with her coaching and what type of coaching does she do. So once again, going back to who you serve. And so you guys, it is so much easier as a coach when you're supporting people in a capacity in which you've actually like overcome that thing, or you've helped other people to overcome it. It makes it so much easier for you to be able to then support someone in that capacity. So like I said, either something that you've overcome, something that you've been through type of thing, and you were able to overcome that thing, or something that you've been able to help other people to overcome. And so kind of looking back at that. So those of you that are in your coaching and kind of you looking back at, yep, this is exactly something, yep, I've been able to help people with this. This is a process. I have a process that I can take them through. And, and if they go through this process, they should be able to get this X type of result. So once again, looking at who is it that you serve and how you want to serve them. And the part about the how you want to serve them, that's the part that for some of us, we trip up over and we fall upon, because we get into this space of trying to serve everybody or wanting to serve everybody, but not fully grasping and fully being okay with not serving everybody, that type of thing. And so you really and truly want to look at it. So for some of us, that means we have to get into and actually doing the coaching. And then when we do the coaching thing, we realize, well, yeah, I really love doing that, but I don't like doing this. I really love this, but didn't love that. And so when you get into this thing and you start doing some pieces and components of it, and you realize there are certain things that you love doing and things that you don't like doing, then incorporate those things that you love to do in your business. And then if you don't like doing them, either one, eliminate it out of your business altogether, or two, if it's something that you can delegate to someone else, then definitely do that. A lot of times, we may include things in our businesses because we feel like if we don't include it, then we're going to lose out on clients. So it may be a component of your business where you're not the strongest. So like I said, either eliminate it, or you can get someone to actually do it for you. Even for instance, us as coaches, for a lot of us, there are some things that you have as a part of your business where maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Maybe it's okay for you to actually partner with another coach and maybe have that coach come in and do that component of the business for you. So whether or not it could be like a mindset thing, it could do something with branding. You just kind of want to look at what's going on in your business. And like I said, being okay with either saying, hey, no, I'm not going to offer that. Or if you do want to offer it, once again, looking at how you may be able to either hire someone to come in and do it or partner with someone to be able to do that component of your business. Once again, knowing that you don't have to do everything in your business type of thing. And like I said, being okay with that. There we go. So Tiffany said, what happens when you're getting steered in a different direction? I've helped 4 clients purchase cars, move to new apartments. Now I'm getting referrals for that specific type of work, but that's not the niche. Do I roll with it for a season? Finances are part of my holistic approach. And see, Tiffany, part of that, and I know this is covering my face, so I just want to give people some time to read it and then I'll remove it. But Tiffany, I'm assuming part of that came from the budgeting class. Was that a part of it? And so Tiffany, just like you said, if it's a part of how you support your people in that holistic approach of looking at their finances, and that if that is a part that you want to continue to offer, you can. Now you can do it in a couple of different ways, Tiffany. I know that you did a class, like a master class on it, so maybe that was something that you recorded, and maybe that's some bonus content for people who, there you go, yep, maybe it's some bonus content for people that enroll in your services. Or if you do want to continue to offer those workshops, then maybe you offer it once a month or once a quarter, something like that. So that is one way to do it. If you want to bring people on and work with them either one-on-one or in groups and stuff like that, to offer that, that's fine. It falls under your umbrella type of thing. So you just get to decide whether or not you want to continue to offer it. If it doesn't light you up and you don't want to do it, then like I said, maybe have it recorded and it's offered as bonus content. If you don't mind doing it, then yeah, definitely go ahead and continue to do that. Yeah, Alicia, so many of us are in that space place right there. And so many of us, and just like what Tiffany was saying, sometimes there's some guilt there, you know, if we no longer offer it, type of thing. But if it's no longer a part of what you want to offer, that's cool. I promise you, there are other coaches out there that will actually do that. But like I said, if it is something that lights you up and you enjoy doing it, then look at how you can fit that as a part of what it is and how you offer your services, type of thing. So definitely do that. But like I said, for one person that actually reached out to me, one of the things that she was saying to me was, there we go, Tiffany. Yep. So yep, like I said, definitely, you know, if it's you're still kind of on the fence about it, you know, definitely continue. And then, you know, you may decide, yeah, no, I don't want to do this anymore. But like I said, if you do decide to keep it going, then there are different ways that you can still offer that as a service, but maybe it's not, you know, something where you actually do it live, type of thing. So it might be something along those lines. Yeah, yep. Finances can, it definitely, it will impact other areas of people's lives. So that is true. And so the person that reached out to me earlier today, that kind of triggered this particular live, was she was saying that someone had reached out to her to do so, to support her on a social media platform that she's not on. And so once again, going back to the basics. So even with talking about who you serve and how you serve your people, who you serve and how you serve your people. So this is something that I need you guys to really hear me on. And so the how you want to serve your people. So with that particular person that I was talking to and the social media platform, the person wanted them on. I'm like, that doesn't make sense for what it is that you do. But once again, sometimes, so somebody may say, well, hey, yeah, go ahead and get over there on YouTube, and you know, I'll be able to help you get 10,000 YouTube viewers, and you'll be able to monetize on YouTube. Or hey, get over there on Pinterest, and I'll be able to help you get all these Pinterest followers. Or hey, let's hop up, because everybody right now is hopping on Clubhouse. Hey, I can help you get over there on Clubhouse or do TikTok or whatever it is. But the thing is, you guys, everyone, there are people out there that, yes, they have cracked the code on being able to do XYZ on these different platforms. But the issue is with that is you want to be careful. So for instance, something like Pinterest, if you're looking to be on Pinterest, you do know and understand part of being on Pinterest, usually you need some type of website because you need a component where you blog. So if you don't have a website, or blogging is not your strong suit, or something that you do consistently, then I question why you would be over there just because someone said that, hey, they can help you to grow your Pinterest. Like, what's the point if you're not going to be able to consistently do one of those components of the platform? That's why I always tell you guys, make sure you respect the platform that you're on. Learn about that platform. The same thing when it comes to YouTube. If you know that you don't do videos consistently, then why leverage that? Why leverage that? Don't use that just because someone said that you need to be over there and that I can help you do XYZ. Once again, getting back to the basics, don't have yourself so stretched out there so far like that. The same thing with Clubhouse. I know that Clubhouse is huge right now, but it's the same thing. Of course, one, you have to have an iPhone or iPad device in order for you to use it. But even still, getting over there on that can be a very time-consuming platform. There are literally people that are on that platform for 5 hours a day. And then they'll turn around and say, well, oh, I don't have time to do the X in my business, or oh, I don't have time to do Y in my business. But you just sat in one of those rooms for 5 hours, or you hop from room to room for 5 hours listening in. So the same thing, if you know that you have that tendency to get distracted and to be distracted and to remain distracted, and you are the person that's always consuming, then Clubhouse may not be the platform for you. The same thing with TikTok and Reels. This, if you're not doing videos, if you're not the one to dance and move all around, then once again, you don't have to be on those platforms like that because someone said, or because someone has cracked the code and will allow for you to be over there. You want to make sure that it's still in alignment with your personality and how you want to do business, type of thing. And so I hope that that makes sense. So those of you that do support people in those different platforms like that, I strongly encourage you to target those people that are either actually on those platforms, or those people that you may see them doing lives. And so you're like, well, hey, yeah, maybe you can do YouTube. Hey, maybe you do something like StreamYard that all you have to do is just click a button. Because literally right now, y'all know I love to do video because I love to talk. Right now, I am literally in 6 different places right now as I talk. And so it makes sense for me to be there because that makes sense. So right now, literally, I am on my Facebook business page. I am on my Facebook personal page. I am in my Facebook group. I am on LinkedIn. I am on YouTube, and I am on Periscope right now, all at the same time. I was trying to get on Instagram, but y'all know Instagram a little bit different right now. Instagram a little bit different. But you guys, so it makes sense. So if someone were to come to me and talk to me about YouTube, that would make sense because once again, that's a platform that I'm on. That type of thing. You see what I'm saying? But if someone were to come to me about Pinterest, do I have a Pinterest like page? Yes, I do. But once again, part of my struggle with Pinterest, one, I don't want to spend the time over there. So if I hire someone to do Pinterest, they would have to be over there doing all the pins for me. And then plus, I would need to make sure that I have someone that's also doing my blog. I'm not big on blogging because writing for me is not my strong suit. I can write, but that's not something that I enjoy doing. I would prefer just to hop on a video. Now I can hop on a video, have it transcribed, and then create my blogs that way. Yes, definitely do that. But you guys, once again, you don't have to be on a platform just because someone says, especially if it is not your strong suit. That's the thing. Once again, that's part of keeping it simple and part of the basics. Let me know if that makes sense. Good. Oh, thank you. I am so glad that this helped at least 3 people. Good, 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 good. Awesome. Definitely, Alicia. Definitely. And so, you guys, so like I said, who you serve and how you want to serve those people. So that's the first part. We're getting back to the basics. Of course, the next part to getting back to the basics are the results. What type of results should people be able to expect with working with you? What type of results? So you really want to be clear on the types of results that you can help people achieve. So whether or not it's starting their nonprofit, whether or not it's starting their business, whether or not it's writing their book, whether or not it's them being able to develop a better relationship with themselves or with their spouse, with their children, however it is that you support them, maybe a better job, better career, whatever it is. So you want to talk about and you want to think about how those results, those types of results, you help your people to achieve that type of thing. So definitely make sure that you're crystal clear on how to articulate that. Yes, exactly, exactly, exactly. Yep, you guys, I'm telling you. So, like I said, if it's not your strong suit like that, or like I said, if it's something where you know you're going to fall into that black hole, like I said, the one that comes to mind is Clubhouse. Like I said, everybody is on Clubhouse right now because well, everybody that has access to the iPhone, iPad type of thing. But my biggest struggle with that and some of the people that I see on there is the fact that those are the people that all they do is consume information. So now they have another platform where all they're going to do is consume and they're not going to, actually take action. So now they've got sucked into it because it's something new, it's something different. And now they're spending time over there on that platform. And they'll be the first one to say, well, man, I didn't have time for my business. Well, you didn't because you were over there for 5 hours over on that platform type of thing. So, like I said, getting back to the results, what type of results do you help your clients to achieve? Being crystal clear on that. Being crystal clear on that. So that's that next part. Are you crystal clear on the types of results and being able to articulate that? And the same thing. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yep. If you're going to be on Clubhouse, thank you. Have that limit. Set that limit, and be like, boom, that's it. That's all that I have. But also, if you are on Clubhouse, how can you use that to be able to impact the other platforms that you're on and also to monetize? And this is the thing that I see. And once again, I'm not on Clubhouse. I'm not on Clubhouse. But this is the thing that I see with people on Clubhouse, and it makes me chuckle. Because I'll see people, they're like, yeah, I'm not people. I see people on Clubhouse and they're not trying to monetize, but they end up monetizing. You guys, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Any person that is an entrepreneur, if they sell something, that was their intention. And when I say that, let me break down what I mean by that. So for instance, someone could be on Clubhouse and they're really out there just dropping these nuggets, they're dropping these tips out there. As an entrepreneur, I know, because think about it, if I provide value, that is going to catch someone's attention. I tell you guys this all the time. When you drop value, when you are able to provide people with those nuggets and stuff like that, what are people going to do? People are nosy. and they are going to search you out. So even if my intention was not to sell my book, but I get on Clubhouse and I do this talk, people are going to search me out. You best believe that I'm going to make sure that if they go to my Instagram page, it's going to be something on my Instagram page about my book, or my website, it's going to be something on my website about my book. Like, people are going to search you out. That's what those people know when it comes to Clubhouse and stuff like that. Like, they know that people are going to seek them out. They know that people are going to look for them, that type of stuff, to see what it is that they have to offer. So they are actually selling through the content. So that's why I'm always telling you guys, go out there. Don't be afraid to give value. Get on out there. Give that value. Do not be afraid. People will search you out. They will. They will do what they need to do to figure out that information. So trust and believe. Trust and believe. For me, I just believe that that is you sowing your time and your talent when you do that. That's me believing you're sowing your time and your talent when you actually get out there and do that. So that's why I do encourage you guys, when it comes to the content that you put out there, don't just put out inspirational quotes and scriptures. Like, I get that. Y'all know I love me some God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, and all that. Y'all know I do. But that's why I also tell you guys to make sure that you have content out there that are like tips, strategies, resources, those little nuggets for your people. So even when you're not selling, you are still selling. You really are. You really are selling. They call it social selling. You're selling through that content, because like I said, people are so nosy. They really are. They really are. So just keep that in mind. So that's why I say, make sure that you are super clear on the results, so that when people are seeking you out, when people are searching you out, they will see that content like that. Also, when it comes back to the basics, look at what it is that you offer. Look at your offer. Look at the price point. Look at your offer. Look at the price point. When you look at your offer and the price point, is it in alignment with those results that we were just talking about? So I shared a testimony, I think either on Saturday or Friday or something, on my page from one of my clients, where she had, now her lowest price, now her a service that used to be her highest price service is now her lowest price service. And so if you read the post that I had, with her, I remember clearly when I met this client. I remember when I met that client and I looked at her price point and I looked at what it was that she was offering. And y'all know me, I can't always hide my facial expression. I try to do the right thing, but it don't, sometimes it catch me. And so I'm sitting here looking like, why is it so low? Why is it so low? So we've been working together almost the past 4 months now. And so, with this process of being able to get her to see that, yes, with the type of results, because the one thing I always tell us as coaches, the things that we use to support our clients, like the tools and the resources and the support and the accountability, those things our clients take with them forever and ever. It's not like, something that I may show them. For instance, I know one of the methods that Tiffany uses, her arrow method. And my thing is, with what Tiffany shows her clients, that is a strategy that they can use forever and ever. So it's not just something that goes away once they stop working with Tiffany. It is a skill set. It is a process that they can use. The same thing with how you support your clients and the process that you take your clients through. And so that's why it's so important when you're looking at your offer and the pricing. You want to make sure that you actually make sure that it's in alignment with the results and the transformations that you support your clients with. That type of thing. You want to make sure. So when my client finally realized, and this is the thing that I always tell my people, I always come in, like I always have when I see your price point, I always have an idea what the price point should be. And so if people ask me, I'll tell them. But my thing is, I can't make someone change their prices. I can suggest that they do. But the thing is, if someone doesn't feel like they can sell at a particular price point, so if you come to me and I'm like, yeah, you should really sell that service for $5,000. But in your head, you're like, well, will somebody actually pay for this? Well, oh my goodness, what if they pay for this and they don't get the results? So if you don't feel like you can sell it at that price point, you won't be able to, no matter what I say, no matter what anybody says. You have to make sure that you're in that alignment. So I'm telling you, looking at your offer, looking at your pricing, that type of thing as well. That type of thing. And so you guys, I'm missing all the comments. I'm gonna have to come back and check out the comments because I see all these comments. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so, you guys, that part right there, that part right there. The other part that I want you guys to make sure when it comes to the basics, when it comes to the basics, yes. Once again, Tiffany is another client. This has been a journey. This has been a journey. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so the other part, when it comes back to the basics, when it comes to your just you as a coach, is looking at how you're promoting. So even touching back on the promoting, looking at your social media. How are you utilizing your social media to promote your services, to promote your brand, to promote your offer? Your email list. Those of you that have an email list, for instance, do you guys know that the average time that someone will spend on your email list is about 6 months? About 6 months. After that, if they're on your email list longer than that, are they actually opening up the emails? So one thing that kills me, and I get it, and I know with social media, we look at a lot of the vanity stuff, like we look at the number of likes and the people that comment and all that stuff like that. But you want to be really careful with that, because just because someone, you had 5,000 views on your video, are people actually investing with you? Are they actually getting on your email list? Are they actually signing up for your programs? Are they actually joining your Facebook group? Like, you want to make sure that it's leading them to something. And so, like I said, even with your email list, about the average time that someone will spend on your email list is about 6 months. And so even with email lists, there's this dead thing. My gosh, I have 5,000 subscribers on my email list. Or there will be people that will say, well, hey, you can speak on my virtual event, but in order for you to speak on my virtual event, you have to have 1,000 email followers, or, 1,000 email subscribers or whatever. Once again, with a lot of that, though, it's not just having the numbers, it is, are they engaged? So for instance, this weekend, we went through my email list and we probably got rid of about 350 people off my email list. Because once again, and with your email responder that you have, you should be able to see who those dormant people are. So for us, we decided, and we said, hey, if this person has not opened up my emails in the past 3 months, we just chose 3 months, the past 90 days, we're getting rid of them. Point blank, period. Like, you're on my email list, you've been on my email list for a year and you haven't opened up the emails. So my thing is, because you guys know me, I am such a firm believer for making room for people. And so even looking at your own email list, what can you do? Prune your list. So does that mean you may have less people on there? Yeah, but that is fine. So for instance, I have my, looking over here on my list, I have my email platform pulled up. So I'm going to show you guys this thing. So, the average, and don't quote me on this percent, this is the one I can't remember off the top of my head, but I want to say anywhere between, like, you should have an open rate anywhere between like 10 and 20%, somewhere around there for your email list. So those of you that do have an email list, it should be somewhere around 10 to 20%, somewhere around there. So when I was looking at my emails and looking at my data, you guys should be looking at your data. I'm noticing like my open rate was like, for the past few emails, like I had 23%, which is really good. And then it was like 8%, 15%, 9%. So some of them were in the range, but most of them were below what the percentage should be. Once again, you guys, you are the entrepreneur. You need to be problem solving. Don't worry about the numbers like that. I would rather have 100 engaged people on my email list than to have 1,000 people that are unengaged on my list. So we went through and, like I said, we cut out like almost 350 people on my list. So we went from the last 5 emails that I sent, it was at 11.3, 5.1, 4.2, 9.2, and 14.6. That was the last 5. So the 2 emails that I have sent since I cleared my email list. So I cleared the email list, like I said, either on Thursday or Friday of this week. And so Saturday I sent an email and the open rate was 38%. So once again, I would rather have something with that than to have an open rate of 11%, although that still falls in the range. I'm like, this doesn't feel right. So it says, how do I prune the people who are on my Facebook profile page? Now that's a different story. So the question was asked, how do you prune people that are on your Facebook page? That's a different story. As far as I know, there may be some like Chrome extension things that do that, but I'm not 100% sure on that, Paulette, of how to do that with people on your Facebook page, that type of thing. So that part is a little different. So I'm not 100% sure. There are some Chrome extensions, but I don't know how legit they are. So I can't speak to that. But you guys, like I said, definitely, if you have an email list, look at your email list. And even this morning, I sent out an email this morning, probably about 2 hours ago at 11:19 Eastern Standard Time. Right now it's 1:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm already at 19% open rate for the email that I sent out just this morning, just a couple of hours ago. So you guys, I'm telling you, don't be afraid. So those of you that do have an email list, get back to the basics. Get back to the basics. Look at your email list. They should have a report that you can run for the dormant people that are on your list. Set a window on there. Like I said, I just did the last 90 days. I'm like, if you have not opened up my emails in the last 90 days, you got to go. They can get back on it again if they want to, but I'm going to get rid of those people. Once again, I'm such a firm believer for making room, make room, make room, make room, that type of thing. And so that's what you want to do. And so you guys, that part right there. So like I said, the email I sent out on Saturday, 38, I've never had a 38% open rate outside of like my freebie. Like when people sign up for my freebie and the emails that go out after that, then yeah, I have a really high open rate for that. But just on my regular email list, I've never had it that high. So once again, don't let those vanity numbers keep you to say, well, hey, I'm just going to keep a hold of these 500 people because it looks good for me to have. No, if you have to trim that list down to 100 engaged people, that's fine. Have those 100 engaged people. That is fine. That is fine. Okay, cool. So Tiffany said, for my email responder, I use Aweber. I use Aweber. Okay, perfect. And so when groups allow you to promote, how much or how little do you share? Cool, cool, cool. So you guys, since we're talking about promotion, I'll talk about that with this right here, because you guys promoting your offer. You guys, I strongly encourage you guys to promote on a daily basis. Now, remember what I said, though. When I talk about promote, that could be you dropping a nugget or you dropping a tip. That's promo. You're dropping value like that. Once again, that is still you promoting, although you may not say at the end, buy my stuff. But once again, if you drop a real good nugget, people are going to, once again, we know they're nosy. They're going to dig. They're going to find out about you. So that's why I say make sure on your social media pages, make sure you utilize those places on your social media pages, on your emails that you send out from your business email. Have a little blurb down there in the email signature. You want to make sure that you're doing that. Also, when it comes to promotion, so once again, look at your pages. What can you do to promo? Also, when it comes to promo, back to the question about the group. If you're in someone's Facebook group that does allow for promo, this is the one thing that I encourage you guys to do. So a lot of those posts, it will say, what's your Facebook group or what's your freebie or what are you promoting? And some of you guys will just drop a link and keep it moving. I'm like, why would I click on this link? That looked like spam to me. Why would I click on that link? One thing that I encourage my clients to do, don't just drop a link. I don't care what it is. Don't just drop a link. Talk a little bit about that. Who is it for? What type of results should they expect to get? And then drop the link. You see what I'm saying? So that way, anybody that's clicking on that link, hey, they're interested in that thing. So put a little blurb on there before you just drop your link. So for instance, there's a Facebook group that I'm in, and sometimes the post will say, well, hey, what's your Facebook group? And once again, people will have in there, they'll just have in there the little link to their Facebook group. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. But for me, I go in, I say, I say who I am, I say who I serve, and then I drop the link to my group. And so anytime that you see a surge in the big group, in my big Facebook group, it's because that's what we're in the group doing, is not just dropping a link in there. So you do want to give that little blurb in there. Yes. So Tiffany said, can you touch on the clarity of promote? Multiple products access. This was an early mistake I learned to avoid. Perfect. And so you guys, when it does come to you promoting, once again, when it comes to you promoting your product, your services, so on and so forth, a couple of things you do want to keep in mind. I do encourage my clients when it comes to promoting. First of all, give yourself some time. Some of you guys are giving yourself a 2-week window to try to fill a program with 10 people. Don't do yourself like that. Don't do that to yourself, because that is stressful. That is stressful. Don't do that. I also encourage you, when you are promoting, I strongly encourage you to promote one thing at a time. It can be very confusing to your people, where one day they see that you're promoting your 6-week program, and then 2 days later you're promoting your 12-week program, and then 3 days after that you're promoting your intensive. It's very confusing. So what I do encourage people to do is, if you have, say for instance, you don't have a particular offer that you are, a particular program that you want to promote. So, someone could do your intensive, they could do your 6 week program, they could do your 6 month program. What I encourage you to promote is a call with you. Promote the call. So then that way you get on the phone with them, and then they can see which offer you have, whichever one, based on their responses, is the better fit. That's what I mean by that when I say promote one thing at a time. Now, if there is a particular program that you do want to promote, then that's the one that you want to promote. And like I said, give yourself at least 6 weeks to promote that thing, so that you're not stressing yourself out. Like, oh my gosh, I only got a week and a half and I still need to get 8 more people in this program. Oh my god. No, don't do yourself like that. Don't do yourself like that. Give yourself enough time. Well, then people will say, well, Ben, what they do is somebody sign up the first day, they still got 6 weeks, or they still got 8 weeks before the program starts. What are we supposed to do? Like, what I'm going to do with them? There are so many different things that you can do. You can bonus them in something, for instance. And so that way they can work on that bonus up until the start of the program. A lot of times we feel like people, sometimes people, as long as they got in, they're cool. They're just like, oh, okay, I got 6 weeks. You may bonus in them something, and there's different things that you can bonus in. So those of you that are in the academy, we're going to talk about that today, as a part of our content and marketing calendar that we're going to do. That's what we're going to talk about, all about this promoting. And so, you want to look at different things that you can actually offer as a bonus to your people to kind of fill in that time up until the program actually starts. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Well, babe, you keep saying 6 to 8 weeks. What am I going to do with these people? There are so many things that you can do where you can actually offer them something that will fill that time until the program starts. And so, like I said, so that way you're not stressed out and all that good stuff trying to get it filled in 2 weeks, that type of thing. So like I said, so that promo, looking at your social media pages, using your email list. If you blog, use your blog. Also, in that time of promo, look at ways that you can get in front of other people's audiences. So put a post out there and let people know, hey, I'm looking to speak in your community. So it could be their Facebook community. Everybody right now has a podcast. Get on there on the podcast. Those of you that are on Clubhouse, see if you can speak in a room and just drop some nuggets. People will start to follow you on other social media platforms, that type of thing. So you guys look at ways that you can get in front of other people's audiences, that type of thing. Guest blog somewhere, write an article, all of those things. Once again, because if you have it mapped out 6 to 8 weeks in advance, then you can do someone else's podcast, or you can be a guest author in someone else's article or whatever, or publication, because you've given yourself enough time to do that type of thing. That's what I'm referring to. So it's so many different ways that you can promote, but you want to make sure that you have that strategy whenever you're promoting. I call it like it should be a part of your launch strategy, the actual promotion. So when you're looking at promoting things, so you have those things, so social media, your email, all those things that I just listed. Also, the other part, having conversations with people. How are you utilizing Messenger? How are you utilizing even when people respond to your email that you send out? So you may send an email blast out to people, which is cool, but then do you have some type of call to action where you can then have a conversation with people back and forth? So for instance, the email that I sent out this morning, I'm now having conversations with people just back and forth based on that email. So is there a call to action that you can put in your email? Well, now you can have a conversation with people back and forth, that type of thing. Once again, looking at how you're utilizing Messenger. Are you utilizing, and no matter what platform you're on, how are you utilizing Messenger to have these conversations? And then if you feel like they're a good fit, how can you utilize it to promote whatever the offer or the service is? That is really, really basic type of thing. And so you guys, this is what I'm talking about when I say get back to the basics. So once again, looking at who you serve and how you want to serve them, the results you help your people get, your offer and your pricing and your promo. Like, get really focused on those 4 things and watch what happens in your business. Just get laser focused on those things. Some of us are doing so many things. Like I said, some of you guys on 15 different platforms and not making an imprint or an impact on any of them. Get laser focused. But when I say laser focused, I tell people, do it for 90 days. Just do it for 90 days straight and watch what happens. And so, of course, those 90 days begins with the first day, and then the second day, and then the third day, that type of thing. You want to remain as consistent as possible and watch the changes, watch the shifts, watch how your social media increases, your email list will increase as far as following and people that are actually engaged. That's the part that you want. People, the more people will start to inquire about your services, that type of thing. When you have that consistency, looking at these four things that I just mentioned, once again, who you serve and how you serve them, the results you help your people get, your offer and the pricing, and then promoting your services, that type of thing. Just do that consistently over the next 90 days and watch what happens. You guys, I'm telling you, these are the same strategies. We try to keep it simple. Some people try to come in and do all kind of different things. No, keep it simple. My clients that keep it simple like this, these are the ones that you're seeing with all of these testimonials that I'm sharing. Like I said the other day, one of my clients was like, I'm at a 100% close rate. Okay, baby girl, it's time for us to raise them prices. She went from zero sales, 0% to now she's at 100%. Every time she gets on a call, she's closing the sale. So you guys, I'm telling you, when you do this, it's so simple. It is so simple that sometimes people feel like, well, Belle, since this is so simple, they feel like they may do it for a couple of days and it doesn't work for a couple of days and then they stop. But I'm telling you, you keep it simple like this, I promise you, you will see those results. Like I said, that's why my clients, that's why you see me with that 90-day window type of thing. When they get on there and they do it consistently and it's not the stop and start type of thing, then that's when they are able to see those consistent results with their revenue, that type of thing. That's why I said 80% of my clients are at between $35,000 and $116,000 in 90 days, keeping this consistency type of thing. So you guys, that's all that I have. I have to get ready for our academy call today. We get started in about 30 minutes. I got to make sure everything is done. And something just popped up and I realized I don't have it on the implementation guide, so I have to throw that into the PowerPoint. But you guys, I'm telling you, if you need support in your business, please, let's have a conversation. If you haven't done your first $10,000 in your coaching business, we need to have a conversation. If you have done your first 10K, then you need to be in my accelerator, point blank, period. You need to be in my accelerator, my revenue accelerator. If you have not done your first 10,000, you need to be in my 10K intensive, all of that stuff. I'm telling you, there are things out there if you're really and truly looking at creating that revenue in your business, but it's going to take that consistency and just getting back to the basics. Okay. So you guys, once again, if there's anything that I can do to support you, or if you have any questions, just reach out to me. Send me a message in Messenger. We can have a conversation. Send me an email if you want to, whatever you want to do, that type of thing. Let's have a conversation and see how I may be able to support you. You guys, that's all that I have. I pray you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. If you are in the academy, I will see you at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you get the Zoom link out of our membership site. And we will get started promptly at 2. So your marketing and content calendar is a part of your launch strategy. It's a part of your launch strategy. So we're going to look at that. And once again, it's not just a masterclass. There will be that implementation side of it as well. Okay. If you're not a part of my academy, feel free to join us. You can go to www.beverlyacademy.com. Once again, www.beverlyacademy.com. And so you guys, yes, until next time, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Take care, take care, take care.